Okay, so nagbabalik ng yung host si Chika Sensei at maraming salamat, Apek. At bigla kaming nawala sa ere. Sayang ang dami na po ng bumate sa ating mga viewers, lalong-lalo na kanina. Napakadami na po na ano yan, balitaktak ang nangyari. Ewan ko pa kung ano nangyari kanina. Ang pida pala kanina si Ma'am Ansado eh. Ano ba, Ma'am? Kakaloka yung kanina. Anyway, so balikan natin ating mga discussion po for today's topic and I hope nandito na sila ulit. Okay? So we have Ma'am. Okay, saan na ba yung mga guests natin? Okay? So Ma'am, let's proceed na po ulit sa ating topic kanina pinag-uusapan. Okay? So regarding po sa learners, exceptionalities, and of course the categories po of exceptionalities. Okay? So Ma'am na ba? Balik na po tayo.
Okay po. So, a while ago, we discussed about yung mga learners po na merong dyslexia. Now, dito naman po tayo sa mga learners with dysgraphia. Yan. So, it is a writing disorder or difficulty with the physical act of writing. Ito yung mga learners na hirap sa pagsusulat or hindi ma-construct ang tamang form ng isang letter or nahihirapan silang humawak ng pencil. Ganyan po. So, hindi po sila hindi nila makayang makasulat ng mga words or letters, drawings, ganyan po. These are the manifestations kung ang isang learner ay mayroong dysgraphia. First is tight, awkward pencil grip and body position. Illegible handwriting. Tapos, mabilis din po silang mapagod kapag nagsusulat sila. High levels of resistance and frustrations while writing, and mayroong large gap between written ideas and understanding demonstrated through speech. Yan. So, ang dysgraphia po is a neurological disorder that generally appears when children are first learning to write. Yan. Yung mga bata na nagsisimula pala magsulat at mag-form ng letters. Dito po, nalalaman ko ang isang learner ay mayroong dysgraphia. Yun po. Yan, we already discussed dyslexia and dysgraphia. Now, let us tackle dyscalculia or arithmetic disorder and wide range of lifelong learners disability involving math. Ito naman po yung mga learners na hirap sa numbers. Yan po, yung tawag po dyan is dyscalculia.
Okay.
Yan, so, meron pong yung mga characteristics po ng isang learner na may dyscalculia. First, shows difficulty understanding concepts. Then, difficulty understanding and completing word problems. Then exhibits difficulty using steps involved in math operations and challenge marking changes or handling money. Kasi hindi nila ma-recognize yung mga numbers. So, pag mag-handle naman po ng money is hirap din po sila.
Meron palang ganun talaga, no? So, ito nakakatakot, no? Bigyan mo ng 1,000. Binakal kong uno, no? 'Di ba? Kasi di alam yung ano yan, yung context ng numbers. Meron pala ganito talaga. No? Pero ma'am, meron ba tayong ano yan, ang way para malaman ito? Kasi baka may mga bata lang talaga na literally ayaw lang matuto or they just hated yung mathematics. 'Di ba? So paano natin iyan malalaman kung teacher tayo na yung bata talaga di matuto or talagang ayaw lang talaga niyang matuto? Paano ba yan natin malalaman, ma'am? Just for the sake of the viewers.
Kapag paulit-ulit nating ini-introduce yung numbers sa kanila pero hindi po talaga nila ayaw po talaga nilang mag-aral ng numbers or hindi po nila naiintindihan yung mga numbers.
Okay. So, dun pa lang siguro sa counting, no, di na ma-recognize ng bata. So, para may problema talaga yung bata doon. Okay? So, let's proceed, ma'am.
Okay, so this difficulty po is a wide range of difficulties with math, including weaknesses in understanding the meaning of numbers, yun nga po, and applying mathematical principles to solve problems. It is really identified early kasi, di ba po yung mga pupils po, minsan hindi naman natin nalalaman na meron silang dyscalculia kasi yung mga bata talaga mostly takot sa math, yan sa mga numbers.
Hmm.
So, really po talaga siya or hindi malalaman ng isang teacher na ang bata ay merong dyscalculia pala.
Okay.
Yan kasi baka takot lang pala ay baka ayaw lang talaga pag-aralan yung numbers.
Okay. Let's proceed, ma'am.
Yan. So, the last example of learning disabilities is dyspraxia, which is a brain-based condition affecting plan and coordinate physical movement. Yan. Kumbaga, hindi nag-function ng maayos yung brain ng isang learner na nakaka-apekto sa kanyang movements. Yan. So, ang learner po with dyspraxia has poor manipulative skills or difficulty with typing, yan, handwriting, and drawing, and difficulty in following a moving object smoothly with eyes without moving head excessively. Yan. Pag ang mga learners naman po na merong dyspraxia, for example, nagbabasa sila, then kapag meron silang nakitang isang object, kahit maliit na galaw ng object sa harapan nila, nadidistract po sila agad and hindi lang yung eyes nila yung gumagalaw, pati po yung body or head na nakakawala po sa kanilang focus or nawawala yung kanilang attention.
Ganun pala yun, no? Dyspraxia pala yun.
Opo. Nawawala po yung kanilang place habang nagbabasa. Yun po yung mga learners na merong dyspraxia.
Okay. Mas critical pala to di ba? Hindi naman to yung tinutukoy dito is yung, ano yan, yung hyperactive, hindi naman, di ba? This is just about the condition of the brain in terms of coordination. Di ba? Sa physical movement. So, ito yung mga problema. So, akala ninyo normal yung bata, bigla na siya na ngayang nag-iba ng aksyon or let's say unusual yung galaw, parang may dyspraxia pala siya. Okay? Alright, ma'am. Let's proceed po.
Okay po. So, we're finished discussing the examples of learning disabilities. Now, let us move on to the second difficulty of the learners concerning to cognitive or academic. So, ano nga po ito? This is a ADHD or yung attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, which is manifested in either or both of these. First, yung may mga ADHD po, difficulty in focusing and maintaining attention. And second, recurrent hyperactive and impulsive behavior. Ito po ay isang medical condition and a person with ADHD has differences in brain development and brain activity that affect attention. Yun po, ito po yung disability ng learner or difficulty ng isang learner na masyado po silang active. Kaya minsan yung nawawala po yung focus nila sa isang bagay and it can affect the school, home, and even friendships po. Hindi nila kayang makontrol yung kanilang galaw or movements ng katawan, kaya nawawala po sila sa focus and attention.
Okay.
Or hard to concentrate po sa mga tasks. Meron po silang ADHD.
Okay. So, hindi naman to literally na yung mga bata na may ganito. Di ba may mga bata talaga na malikot? But, hindi ganito siguro kahaba yung kanilang inattention. Yung distractibility. Kasi malalaman mo yun sa sukat ng malayo talaga sa focus ang mga batang may ADHD. Okay? Normal sa bata na maikli lang ang tawag ba dito? Focus of attention sa isang bagay. Kasi nagbabago-bago yan kasi lalong-lalo na ang mga emerging learners. So, nagbabago yung attitude niyan from time to time. Pero itong mga may ADHD, malalaman nyo naman talaga literally because if you're going to observe the class, then all the, for example, majority ng klase is ginagawa na yung isang activity at nakita mo itong isang bata na may ganito, well, it's the right time for you to attend that class. Kung pwede, after ng klase, kung meron diyang psychometrician or psychologist sa loob ng classroom, or guidance counselor siguro, pwede ninyong dalhin siya doon pag-usapan nyo yung problema ng bata. Kung hindi na po kaya ng, tawag ba dito, strategy ng teacher. Remember, we have psychologists. Okay, so sila po talaga yung magtatrabaho niyan. Okay, yung teacher po, taga-supply lang po ng activities para po matrain sila. Or let's say, hindi naman po sila mapabayaan. Pero yung magbibigay po talaga, right ma'am, magbibigay ng tawag ba dito, ng medical, ang tawag dyan, ang perception or let's say description ng bata is psychologist. Hindi teachers. Hindi teachers. Okay, let's proceed, ma'am.
Okay, so not everyone who has ADHD has all these symptoms. They vary po from person to person and tend to change with age. Yan, so minsan ang batang may ADHD ay hindi pareho ng symptoms na meron ng adult na may ADHD.
Okay.
Yan, kasi yung mga pupils po talaga super active po talaga sila. May mga ADHD. Unlike po sa mga adult na hindi na po sila yung masyadong active or magalaw.
Masasanit na sukuhan, likod. So.
Nagsasanit.
Yung may, nakakaloka yun, may ADHD ano yan, senior citizen. Nakita na kayo ganyan. Kakaiba, weird Okay, so let's proceed, ma'am.
Yeah, so the last disorder po under cognitive or academic difficulties is the speech and communication disorders. Ayan, so pag-aaralan naman natin po ang difficulty na to. So it is a difficulty in spoken language, including voice disorders, inability to produce the sounds correctly, and stuttering that significantly hamper classroom performance. Yan, kabilang po dito yung mga learners na yung pag nagsasalita po, di ba sila, yung pautal-utal or hirap na mag-pronounce sa mga words na nakaka-apekto sa pakikipag-communicate with others. And sa iba pang related areas such as oral motor function. Madami din pong learners na meron po nito. And we should understand po their learning disability kasi in nature naman po yan sa mga learners na yan. And siguro po, kapag makikipag-usap na lang tayo sa mga learners na meron pong ganito, is try to understand po kung ano po yung sinasabi nila para hindi naman po maka-affect sa kanilang emotions.
Okay. Yun. Alright?
Yan. Yes, we're done with the first category of exceptionalities, and we still have 4 remaining categories that we need to understand.
Okay. Tapos ka na, ma'am?
Tapos na po.
Okay, so just have a little recap here, ladies and gentlemen. So, we have here, yung diniscuss ni ma'am is about cognitive or academic difficulties. Okay, kaya pala importante talaga sa curriculum na ang unang iturong subjects are the basic subjects like mathematics, science, and language. Kasi ito pala talaga yung magdidikta or malalaman din actually ng teacher kung yung bata ay meron pong special needs. Di ba? For example, yung kanina sabi nila, we have dyslexia, that's the problem on reading letters. And we have dysgraphia naman, or recognizing ano yan, tawag ba dito? Yung text or images. Well, dyscalculia naman, di ma-identify or ma-recognize ang numbers. And yung dyspraxia na hirap po ng body coordination. Nakita niyo yung ano yan? Yung mga simpleng gawain. For example, so hindi makapagsintas. Yan, isa yan sa mga grade 6 na di pa marunong magsintas. May mga ganung bagay na simpleng gawain na hindi kayang gawin ng isang bata na nasa basic education curriculum. So, they need special attention. So, ma'am, sino ang dapat katulong dito ng bata para ma-assess tapos para mas maalagaan pa yung learners? Sa tingin mo, ma'am?
Yan, siguro po, kailangan din po ng bata, yun nga po yung sabi po kanina, yung psychologist.
Yan. And of course, the aid of the parents, magulang. Kasi wala naman ibang tutulong talaga actually sa bata. Primarily is the parents. And of course, the parents should know kung talaga yung bata nila may problema. Ito yung pagkukulang minsan ng magulang because sa sobrang pagmamahal din sa trabaho, nakakalimutan yung anak na meron palang special needs. Malalaman yun, it's too late na bakit yung bata ganito yung grade sa ganyan. Hindi naman ngayon bobo. Hindi naman bobo in what aspect? Yung pala may problema dito pagdating sa kahit isang part lang dyan sa cognitive or academic difficulties ang lumabas sa bata, mahihirapan talaga yung bata makipagsabayan sa basic education curriculum. Kasi yung basic education curriculum is for person with normal brain activities. Kaya yung mga ganito, sabi nga kanina nung first discussion natin, si Ma'am Ansano, not all are blessed with financial capabilities. Yun ang problema. Pero may tulong ang gobyerno. Yun nga lang, idulog ninyo. Ang problema, piniparatago kaya, di ba? Ito kasi problema sa mga ano yan, sa pamilya. Nasa pag, kung kanakas din ra kay diferensya because it's ano yan parang may tama sa pride nila. No, bakit may diferensya yung anak? Mali. Dapat po idulog nyo yan. Paano ka matabangan? Piniparatago ninyo, right? So, importante pala talaga na you should be open kasi meron na po ngayong mga tulong sa kanila. Yun nga lang, you need to be open-minded for them to be treated well and of course, to be given the necessary benefits for them. Okay, thank you very much, Ma'am May Francis na ba? Yan natapos si Ma'am. Salamat, Apek, ha? Ginabahan ako kanina. Baka patagal yung brownout. Anyway, thank you very much po sa ating two discussant. We have Ma'am Ansana and Ma'am Naba. And ladies and gentlemen, huwag kayong aalis. Yung mga magko-comment dyan, balik po kayo sa comment section. Nawala yung init ng kaninang ng topic, ha? Baka sarap na sa mga klase ninyo. Okay? So, huwag kayong aalis, guys. And we'll be right back. Okay, so nagbabalik ang inyong host, J. Casensay, and time check is already 10:28 in the morning. So, dapat patapos na tayo. Aso na nag-run out, pasensya na ha. So, meron kasing interruption na nangyari. Anyway, so kanina na pag-aaralan natin yung cognitive difficulties. Okay? So, ngayon naman po, pag-usapan natin yung medyo mas mahirap tawag ba dito, i-treat. Okay? And that is the social and emotional behavioral difficulties. And to discuss this, tutulungan namin kayo with Ma'am sana si Ma'am? Kung na naman naanap. With Ma'am Diana Corporal. Ma'am, okay, ikaw na po magpaliwanag. Let's go. Tabing na naman sa camera mo. Ayan na.
So, hi everyone. So, in continuation of the different categories of exceptionalities, so by Jean Ellis, proceed tayo sa letter B, the social, emotional, and behavioral difficulties. So, under of that is the first is the autism, social skills, repetitive behaviors, speech, and non-verbal communication. Since yung autism is under ng social, emotional, and behavioral, yung autism, nagpo-focus siya dun sa behavior ng isang learner. Or it is called sometimes as ASD, problems with communication and behavior, and it is complicated. And in learning of autism, ito yung mga action nila na minsan hindi natin nagigets kung bakit ba ginagawa nila, bakit ba sila ganon. Hindi yung action nila, hindi katulad sa mga other learners na normal siya.
Okay.
Then it can involve a wide range of include problems with communication and behavior, or a disability that needs full-time care in a special facility. So, ang isang learner na mayroong autism ay hindi mahirap siyang isalamuha sa other normal students. Kasi baka malay natin kung anong gawin nung yung learners na mayroong autism sa kaklase niya or yung learners na normal dun sa may kaklase niyang autism. So, it needs care and treatment.
Okay, let's proceed.
So the next under social, emotional, and behavioral difficulties is the mental retardation. Sub-average intelligence and deficits in adaptive behavior are imbecile. So in mental retardation, dun naman siya dun sa focusing on mental of the learners, kung paano siya mag-isip, kung paano niya i-accept yung mga nangyayari sa environment ng learners. And it starts before at age of 18. Characterized by significantly sub-average intellectual functioning existing concurrently with related limitation in two or more of the following applicable adaptive skills. So, kabilang po dito yung communication, self-care, social skills, home living, community use, self-direction, health and safety, functional academic. Then the next one po,
Anong sunod?
so sunod po is emotional conduct disorders. Presence of emotional states like depression and aggression, disturbing learning and performance in school. So dito naman po, base po dun sa environment na kinalakihan ng learners, nagiging affect po dun sa pagkatuto ng isang bata. Example, kung yung environment niya is laging magulo, maingay, instead na mag-focus siya dun sa pag-aaral niya, hindi niya nagagawa dahil mas naguguluhan siya, then nagkakos siya na magkaroon siya ng depression, and yun nga, hindi niya matanggap yung mga nangyayari sa mga environment niya. That's why a big factor of this is the environment, kung saan nakatira ang isang learners. And pag ganon, yung iba, halimbawa, pag sa bahay, parang siya yung laging mali. Pagdating sa school, parang bumabawi siya. Siya na yung laging nambubuli, parang binabawi niya yung sarili niya. Pero yung iba naman, sila pa din talaga yung nabubuli. Bahay na, school pa, at kung saan pa pumunta. Then, the next is so, under the letter C, tapos na po doon tayo sa letter B category, the social emotional. Then, sunod na po is the physical disabilities and health impairments. So, una po is the physical and health impairments affects individuals' energy and strength, mental alertness, and muscle control. So, ito po, yung may mga disabilities na po sila na katulad nga natin, na-define natin kanina yung impairments, kumbaga, may kulang na po sa kanila. And that's why that affect their learning kasi hindi na nila magawa yung mga gusto nilang gawin. And kumbaga, yung iba din, hindi na din sila nare-respect kasi nga parang nabubuli na lang ng ibang learners pag ganun. That's why nagiging exceptionalist learner po sila. Then the letter B is the severe and multiple disabilities, presence of two or more different types of disability. So dito naman po, kung sa impairments, kulang lang ng isa, sa severe, mas malala na po siya. Kasi hindi lang po isa ang nawawala sa kanila, kundi dalawa na po. Pwedeng halimbawa, naputulan ka na ng kamay, tapos hirap ka pang makapagsalita. Kumbaga, mas lalong makaka-affect sa learnings ng isang estudyante kung ganon. Kaya, mas kinakailangan siya ng special treatment para maka-attain pa din siya or makakuha pa din ng learnings na dapat niyang makuha. Meron din baga tayong kasi mga school for disabilities na student na yung minsan talagang ang disabilities na hindi na kayang or hindi na pwedeng ihalo sa mga other learners na normal yung mga behavior, normal yung mga ginagawa nila. Then the next is, wait lang po.
Okay, sensory impairments.
So letter D is the sensory impairments. So first of that is the visual impairments. Malfunction of the eyes or optic nerves that prevent normal vision, even including myopia, farsightedness, and hyperopia, nearsightedness, and stigmatism. So sa visual impairments naman po, yung mga learners natin na hindi nakakakita, kabilang na po sila sa exceptionalist learners. Kasi po, kung isasabay natin sila sa normal na mga estudyante na mga nakakakita, mahihirapan po silang mag-address ng lesson nila kasi usually po baga ngayon, ang pagturo na ngayon is through online class. Then sa traditional, yung sulat-sulat po sa blackboard, visual presentation. So, paano po makaka-adapt yung learners ng ganun kung hindi niya po yun nakikita? Pero nakakarinig naman po sila. Pero mahirap pa din yun kasi mas dapat silang fokusan na parang turuan sila ng, kumbaga, one by one po para mas makatuto po sila. Kaysa ishalo sa iba na mas mahirapan lang sila. So, another nga po kanina, yung tinanong po kay Ma'am Micaela ni Sir, na kung saan ilalagay yung isang batang nearsightedness na yung way ng teaching niya is pwedeng sa unahan, then magdala siya ng yung teacher ng big book para maka-access pa din ng learnings yung isang bata.
Okay.
So, the next po is the hearing impairments, otherwise as hearing loss, malfunction of the ear or auditory nerves that hinders perception of sounds with the frequency range of normal speech. So kung kanina po is yung ano natin is sa paningin, ngayon naman po yung problems ng isang learners ay sa pandinig. And sila po yung gumagamit po baga ng sign language para way nila para makicommunicate, and yun din po yung nagiging way nila through gathering information and through communicating other people. So I hope you understand the categories of exceptionalities.
Alright. Tapos ka na, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Okay na po, sir.
Okay. So, yan. Na-explain ni ma'am po yung ating mga other exceptionalities. So, ito po yung medyo, medyo mahirap i-treat na itong mga ganitong uri ng yan. So, kanina yung cognitive, diniscuss ni ma'am Nava. Ito naman po, diniscuss ni ma'am is about po doon sa social and emotional. So, we have autism. Okay? We have mental retardation. Okay? We have also this emotional conduct disorder. Ayan. Alam nyo ba yung mga batang, tawag ba dito? May mental retardation. Actually, sila yung mga batang ang lalambot ng puso. Mas mabait. Kahit medyo ang baba ng kanilang cognitive function or cognitive activity.
Yeah.
Sila po yung yan. Mas okay pa nga sila kaysa dito eh. Ito naman yung mga batang ganito, along this category here sa, tawag ba dito? Dito naman sa emotional conduct and disorder, mas mahirap tong pakisamahan, mas mahirap tong turuan. Kasi sobrang taas dito ng nung ego ng bata, okay? So, ang dapat dito talagang umunawa is unang-una magulang. Kasi saan ba kasi let's say, tawag ba dito, unang nakisalamuha yung bata. And of course, that's in the family. Remember, the basic unit of the society is the family. So, kung yung pamilya kasi medyo tawag ba dyan, magulo, kadagal problema sa lagbaloy, of course, apektado ang emotional aspect ng learning ng bata. O, kaya minsan ganito ang pangit sa isang bahay na sobrang ingay. So, tama yung sabi kanina ni Ma'am na minsan, swakos, nagurag-urag sa eskwela, naibalos, sa eskwela nagurag-urag, tanga, siya baliba ni urag-uragan man sa mga ina, sa mga ipangwod. Oh. So, it's just a matter of, ang tawag ba dito? Yung chain reaction, pinagingtan sa balay, mangingat man sa bata, ipapasok yung mga bully or yung mga bullied. Diba? So, mga ganito yung nangyayari. And regarding naman dito sa physical disabilities, kung may mga bata ba kayong may alam na may mga ganito. For example, may sakit sa puso, may mga, tawag ba dito? Heart diseases, or let's say, kung kidney diseases. So, dapat ba aware si teacher dito? Tanungin natin si Ma'am yung discussion. Si Ma'am Diana. Sa tingin mo, Ma'am, dapat mo mangialam ka dito?
Sir?
Although this is personal or let's say with regards to the health of the students. So dapat ba alam ba ni teacher 100% kung yung bata may mga physical disabilities and health impairments? May mga malalang sakit yung bata. Dapat ba alam mo to or dapat ba makialam si teacher dito?
Sir, for me, sir, opo. Kasi since yung teacher na po ang nagiging magulang ng isang estudyante pagdating sa school, so dapat alam po ni teacher yung mga disabilities or yung impairments ng isang student para din po mabigyan niya po iyon ng proper treatment and care na hindi sila ma-open pag inano ng mga kaklase nila and hindi sila parang maiisip nila na pumasok lang ako sa school para masaktan, ganun po. So dapat aware po yung isang teacher tungkol sa mga students.
Tama yung sinabi ni Ma'am. Napaka-importante, no? 'Di ba? 'Di ba inalagaan ka ng magulang mo tapos papasok ka lang sa school para masaktan ka? 'Di ba? Pangit 'yun. Baka Ma'am, Mikaela? Ang pangit no, papasok ka sa school, inalagaan ka ng mabuti ng magulang mo. Magpapasakit ka lang sa kanya. Ay naku, wag 'yun. Wag 'yun. Sige, nagka-urda na kita sa topic, okay? So, tama yung sabi ni Ma'am. So, importante po na alam po ni teacher para hindi ka po masaktan. Okay, thank you very much. Ma'am Diana Corporal. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, po kayong alis. Patapos na po tayo ng ating topic and stay tuned. We'll be right back. So nagbabalik ang yung host, Juka Sensei, and maraming salamat po sa ating mga viewers, although wala na sigurong nagsipag-comment kasi doon na lang sila nanonood sa una nating stream. Medyo mainit na sana kanina ang mga balitaktakan. But anyway, so dito pa rin tayo. Ang focus natin is about the learners with exceptionalities. Now, to finish this topic, we have Ma'am Vanessa Esguerra. Ma'am, it's your turn po.
Yes po, sir. So, for the last category, we have giftedness. So, giftedness, it speaks of talent, which includes all areas of a child's life. May it be in academic, artistic, athletic, and social. And that is according to the U.S. Department of Education, year 1993. So, giftedness involves significantly high levels of cognitive development. So when you say giftedness, this refers to learners that has abilities that are significantly developed beyond of those their peers. So yung giftedness po, sir, yung mga learners na gifted po, sir, ang example po nito ay kunwari, yung 7-year-old child can solve advanced mathematical problems or equations. So, when we say giftedness, they are the learners who has the ability to learn easily or quickly than the average students. And some of the gifted learners, while some of the gifted learners, sir, requires modification to their educational experiences to help them learn and realize their potential. Kasi po, sir, may mga gifted na students na hindi pa nila na-discover na magaling pala sila sa ganitong area. So, that is why it requires modification to their educational experiences because these experiences will allow them to grow with their unique intellectual development. So, ang example po ng famous person na na-search ko na gifted is si Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, if I said it correctly. So, he learned harpsichord when he was 3 years old. And he already composed simple music during when he was 5 years old. So, yun po yung example ng gifted na learner. And another famous gifted person is Albert Einstein, which is, alam naman po natin na napakataas ng kanyang IQ.
Okay.
So, there are 6 areas where giftedness can be found. So, the first area is in creative thinking. So, in creative thinking, here the learners exhibit creativeness in oral, written, and nonverbal expression because they tend to produce many ideas and they are flexible and elaborative in their thinking. So, ang characteristic po ng gifted children na pasok sa area na creative thinking, they can generate original solutions to a given problem. Yon. So, the next one is leadership. So, if a child is a gifted learner, they have an unusual ability to relate and motivate others. Doon po pumapasok yon sa leadership. So, a gifted learner na pasok sa leadership, they have a characteristic wherein they take an active role in decision making. They have high expectations for self and others, and they express self with confidence. They express self with confidence to give assurance to their peers that they have the competence. Yon. So, and another characteristic is that they has a broader perspective about a problem with many disconnected pieces. Or in other words, they see the whole while others focus on the parts. So the third area is in general intellectual ability. So learners with general intellectual ability demonstrate excellence in most academic areas as opposed to one specific area. For example, they have high achievement in most subject areas and they can understand complex concepts. Yun. So, next one is psychomotor. So, yung mga children naman na gifted when it comes to area psychomotor, they have highly developed kinesthetic abilities that lead to extraordinary psychomotor abilities. So, the gifted and talented student has exceptional mechanical, spatial, and physical skills. Yun. And the fifth area is the specific academic ability. So, dito naman, it is extended and effective performance in a single academic area. For example, they can possess a long attention span for one topic. Yung example ng specific academic ability is, for example, in language and arts, they have large vocabulary yon. Next, they can also have exemplary reasoning, analysis, or synthesis skills. another example of specific academic ability is in the math subject. Here, they get accurate answers, but they are unable to explain how. And the last one, in the last area where giftedness can be found is in visual and performing arts ability. So ito naman yung students who have demonstrated their ability or show high potential for significant contributions in the visual and performing arts. Ito naman yung mga students or learners na magagaling sa arts wherein they can communicate or convey their messages through arts, and they have unusual ability for aesthetic expression, and another characteristic is that they are keenly observant. Yun.
Oo, kayo,
And,
for example, kumbaga, wala titiribayin yung mga ragning kwan, ning galawi kan mga kwan nyo, mga iwagi kan teacher nyo. Lahat pala kayo mga genius, mga gifted. So, kaya nyo gayahin ng teacher nyo. Pagkatapos ng klase, yan, mga gifted pala kayo lahat. Yun, performing arts. Diba? Sabi kasi ni ma'am kanina, ano tawag mo din yung huling sinabi ni ma'am? Yung observant, yung bata.
Keenly observant.
Yan. So, makita pa sa nanya kan, puro kinakain niya na kan aragan. That's performing. Wow. Baka isa kayo doon kayong apat doon. Okay, sige, let's proceed, ma'am.
So there are some characteristics of the gifted learners. So first one, they are perfectionist and idealist. So they are perfectionist kasi nasanay sila na magaling sila sa area na to, and then they don't want to, or they avoid failure. That's why every task that they do, they want it to be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And next, heightened sensitivity to their own expectations and those of others. So, mataas yung expectations nila sa sarili nila kasi alam nila na kaya naman nila to. When they fail, parang yung kapag di nila naabot yung expectations nila kasi parang nadi-disappoint sila. Kasi nga, alam naman nila na yun na nga, gifted sila. Alam nilang kaya nila to, and then they fail their expectations. That's a bit disappointing. And nag-expect din, mataas din yung expectations nila sa iba kasi nga, nasanay sila na na lagi nilang nami-meet yung expectations nila sa sarili nila. So, parang ina-associate nila yun sa iba.
Okay.
Next.
How to deal.
They are mature. Meron pa po, sir,
Sige.
characteristics.
Alam ko tapos na eh. Okay, sige.
Maturity beyond age. So, ito po yung mga advanced, yung pag-iisip nila compared sa age nila. Yun po. And
Meron talaga neto, no? Kayo, no?
Yes, sir.
Sino mo mas madaling mag-mature? Babae, lalaki? Maturity beyond age, oo.
ba?
Meron nga niyan, 'di ba, kilala niyo yung sa GMA, yung bata, ang liit-liit pa pero kung magsalita parang matanda na. Si Yorme, yung maliit sa GMA ba siguro 'yon? Showtime ka daw, sorry. Sa Showtime yun, sorry. 'Di ba? Ganon. So parang
Yes,
ang bata
sir.
pala pero mature na mag-isip. May mga ganito bang mga yan?
Yes.
May mga ganito ba kayong na-encounter? Kapatid nyo? Baka kayo? O kasi isip bata ako eh. Hindi ako mag-mature, kakasira lang ulo, dami iniisip oh. Tapos ano pa sunod, ma'am? Itong problem solvers. Yan.
Problem solvers and abstract thinkers. So magaling yun, problem solvers, sir, kasi easy lang sa kanila yung mga kunwari for math subjects or given in real life situation, they can easily come up with solutions to that problems. And abstract thinkers, they are abstract thinkers kasi dahil nga mataas yung IQ nila, maraming ideas na pumapasok sa isip nila na minsan hindi na kaya nung average student na i-absorb, i-grasp. Parang ganun, sir.
Okay. So kung mapapansin niyo dito mga ka-eduk, just ano yan, take a look here sa ating ano yan, slide. As you can see there, creative leadership, general, psychomotor, specific, visual, maturity problem. These are all parts of Howard Gardner's multiple intelligences, right? Kung mapapansin niyo. And then, it's just a matter of time, with the aid of the teachers, malalaman ng bata kung saan siya po gifted. Bihira ang may giftedness ng lahat ng yan. Ano ka? Omnipotent. Walang ganon. So, siguro, maybe by specific, maybe 1 or 2, meron kanyan. So, with regards to our learners, importante na we should actually learn from them which among these are they gifted. Kasi alam nyo ba guys, kahit autistic, pwede po siyang magkamit ng, in fact, may mga autistic na gifted. For example, Tom Cruise cannot read. Pero ang galing niya mag-acting. At ang galing niya po talagang artista. So mga stunts baga siya gumagawa. At eto pa, ang malupit diyan kay Tom Cruise kasi ang mahal niyang maningil ng talent. Alam niyo kung bakit? Since hindi siya marunong magbasa, humahire siya po ng instructor niya to read for him the script. Kaya mahal ang bayad sa kanya ng mga director sa Hollywood. Pero autistic siya, he cannot read actually. Pero imagine niyo, galing mag-acting. So imagine without Tom Cruise, di ba? Wala kayong Mission Impossible na mga series or movies, di ba? So let's proceed, ma'am. So how to deal with this giftedness? Ito importante sa mga teachers eh. Okay, ma'am? Okay, ma'am. Sige, text na lang tayo.
Sorry, sir.
Sige
So
lang.
when dealing with learners with exceptionalities, the first thing we must do is use the people first language. So it is used to speak appropriately and respectfully about an individual with disability. So people first language refers or it involves putting the person first and not the disability. This tells us what condition people have and not what they are.
See? Kalarado yun, ha? So, paano yan? For example, nakita mo yung isang taong may disability. Hindi ka magsabihin, huy, Pilay, huwag mo sabihin yun. Mariusip, nakita mo lang nga ng diferensya. So, nagagawin mo? Call him first, in his first name. Something na very respectful. Nakakapag-boost pa yun ng self-esteem ng tao. Diba? Nakakita na ikang kwan, sabihan mo pa, di ba, ng Rothman, ngani ka di. So, wag ganun. Tama yon. So, avoid generic labels. Okay, ano pa, ma'am?
Yes, may mga guidelines po that we should follow when using people first language. So, the first one is, yun nga po yung sinabi niyo, sir, yung avoiding generic labels. So, instead of saying mentally retarded, we should say people with mental retardation. Kasi po, when we say mentally retarded, parang it kind of possess a negative connotation or it is kind of offensive when we say mentally retarded.
Diba? Sabi nga ni ma'am, iwasan natin makasakit ng damdamin ng tao, lalo na sa chat option. Okay, let's proceed, ma'am.
And the next one, sir, is emphasizing abilities and not the limitations. So, for instance, instead of saying confined to a wheelchair, we should say uses a wheelchair. Yun po, sir. In that way, we emphasize the abilities and not their limitations.
Yan. Tapos ano
And
pa?
the next one is avoiding euphemisms such as physically challenged. So yung euphemisms, ito po ata yung mga nakaka-insulto or nakakababa ng pagkatao na sinasabi natin sa people that are physically challenged. So we must avoid real issues that results from a disability. Next one is avoiding implying illness or suffering. So instead of saying is a polio victim, we should say had polio. And another example is instead of saying suffers from multiple sclerosis, we should say has multiple sclerosis. So yun po, that way, we can speak to learners with exceptionalities in an appropriate and respectful way.
Yan.
So when dealing with learners with exceptionalities, we must use this people first language and as well as the guidelines mentioned for us to have a more respectful and accepting attitude towards them. So it is important to use people first language for us to avoid repeating negative terms that stereotype, devalue, or discriminate learners. And we all know that there will be instances that students may turn to us teachers for assistance. So beginning with the right attitude and compassion will make us a more effective teacher. The one with the hand and the one with the heart who can facilitate their learning and adjustment. And when dealing with learners with exceptionalities, we must be careful when addressing them to avoid saying offensive words.
Okay? And then?
Next po, sir. So the next one, when dealing with learners with exceptionalities, we must provide them brief and simple instructions. Because by doing so, that would be easy for them to understand. Kasi alam naman natin na ang learners have short attention span. Lalo pa, even the normal or average learners na walang exceptionalities, they have short attention span. So, giving them brief and simple instructions could help them to easily understand and grasp the instructions and ideas that we give to them. And another thing when dealing with learners with exceptionalities is that giving them clear instructions can ensure that they fully comprehend what they have to do or achieve in the classroom. So the next one in dealing with learners with exceptionality is giving clear definition of course requirements, the dates of exams, and deadlines of assignments. So it is important in order for us to encourage learners to work on with their assignment. Kumbaga, mahalaga na bigyan natin sila ng clear definition para alam ng students kung ano yung aims ng course na iyon na kailangan ma-achieve ng students for them to be disciplined and give them sense of responsibility in complying or doing the course requirements. Next one is the handouts and visual aids and study guides. So this helps them to learn most efficiently. So kapag gumagamit tayo ng handouts and visual aids, nakakatulong ito para mas madaling matuto yung students.
Yep.
Providing them handouts and visual aids and study guides enable them to learn most efficiently, just like other students. And this also helps in catching attention and interest of students.
Okay? Ayan, naputol si ma'am. Kaya pa, ma'am? Naputol yung discussion niyo. Okay, anyway. Ayan, habang hinihintay natin si ma'am makabalik. Ayan, naputol lang konti. Okay, meron lang ako ditong ano yan, ipo-point out dito. So, natuto ako dito sa bagong terminology natin, no? So, mas maganda pala dapat na no euphemism. Okay, kasi, dito kasi sa Pilipinas, gamit na gamit ang euphemism, di ba? Oo, gamit na gamit dito. Yung pala, mas maganda yung no euphemism because alam na nga ng person with disability na kahit anong sabihin mong magandang salita sa kanya, yun din po talaga ako. Di ba? Yan, nawala si ma'am. So, kahit anong mangyari, yung pa rin yung problema niya. Di ba? So, in this case, ang tawag ba dito? Ano nangyari? Dalawa yung image ni ma'am. In case yung maka-encounter kayo ng ganitong ano yan, use first the people first language. Importante pala to, no? Pag may kilala ka may disability, okay. Alam na yan. So, iwasan na pala natin yung no euphemism kasi baka kung ano yan, mas lalo pang maingot. 'Di ba? Aram mo na nga ingayang kay nga ako diferensya, sige pa palagod ngayang runganikan. May mga ganyan tao pati mga direct, may mga saka ano tawag ba dito a person with mental or let's say with exceptionalities, they know it deeply na iba sila. Iba sila sa normal. In short, they are abnormal actually. Hindi sila talaga kapareho ng mga tao sa society kasi meron silang pagkakaiba or mayroon silang iba sa kanila. So, nangyari, kung gagamit tayo ng mga ganitong words, we can sometimes use pero yung palagi mo na lang sasabihin ng euphemism, gamasurang nalugod kan, ito yung explanation nito. Minsan talaga may mga ganyang tao, nanurang-surang naman lugod ngaya. Sige, nasa na ngayang ulit-ulit ngaya. Ata na ngayang amo na nga ni ngaya. Baka amo na nga ni ngaya kami ka. Alam mo na din, napagpara ulit-ulitin. Madami kayo marinig ng ganyan ngayon. Malapit ang eleksyon. Sige, let's proceed, ma'am. Ayan. Kasi na si ma'am. Ayan na. Okay, ma'am? Ayan. Chat-chat na lang ulit, ma'am, ha?
Sorry, nalilipan ko kaya.
Sige.
So the next one is several examples and demonstration. So in dealing with learners with exceptionalities, it is important to provide several examples and demonstrations because this helps in providing learners with experiences of real events and processes which help them to learn. So by giving several examples and demonstrations, we are helping the students to understand complex concepts easily, and it also makes clearer statements. Next one is consultation time. So this is important when dealing with learners with exceptionalities because by having a consultation time, teachers get the opportunities to understand and communicate with learners, and it enables teachers to know or have an idea on how or what they can do to help the learners to participate fully in school life. So by doing this, it gives teachers idea or they get the opportunity to evaluate or assess what adjustments they could make within their classrooms to encourage learners with exceptionalities to participate actively, some with students without disability. Dito po, yung consultation time, yun na nga po, it gives opportunity to teachers na makipag-communicate sa students with exceptionality para maintindihan nila kung bakit hindi natututo yung students sa ganitong strategy. And in that way, they can make adjustments.
Oh, tama. Alright.
And next one is asking and providing assistance. So, when dealing with them, you must observe them if they experience difficulties and does not seek for your help. You as a teacher, you should place yourself near them so that if you notice that they are facing difficulties, you can easily ask them what's wrong and can provide them assistance quickly. And the next one is
encouragement. Yeah.
Yes, encouragement. So, by encouraging them, we can encourage them by using teaching skills that promotes play and self-expression. So by doing that, it provides a sense of accomplishment wherein we can encourage them by giving them something to strive for, and after that, giving them something that they truly like every time they accomplish something. So parang ito yung encouragement, ang pwede natin ditong gawin yung bigyan sila ng task na yung interested silang gawin, and after that, pag na-accomplish na nila yon, we can give them parang tawag doon,
Sige.
yung kunwari baga sir, so pag ning
Gutom na.
na-accomplish nung student, so task, may bibigay ka sa kanyang something like candy. Yun, parang by doing so, you can encourage them
May
to
reward.
actively participate. Yes, reward sir. Reward pala niya too.
Sige na. Oo, sige. Okay. And then, yung
And the
panghuli?
last one, sir, it is the most important, sir, is the patience, and patience.
Ano ibig sabihin niya?
So, there will... Alin, sir?
Ano ibig sabihin nun, yung panghuli?
Yung kailangan mahaba yung pasensya mo kasi,
Oo.
mali ba, sir?
Tama! Wala akong sinasabi.
Pero may pinakaya, sir.
Wala akong sinasabi. So, paano nga? Dapat mahaba ang?
Pasensya.
Ayan.
Kasi may mga instances na yung students kahit paulit-ulit ng tinuturo pa sa kanila yung isang concept, di pa rin nila yun maintindihan. So, kailangan mahaba yung pasensya mo and mayroon kang compassion and will na turuan sila kasi yung patience kasi, sir. Wait lang, sir. Nawawala kasi ako.
Oo, sige lang. Yeah, dit. Pagpapaknet. Kanina kasi, nagtawanan itong mga kasama mo kasi iba na naman yung iniisip na mahaba. Natanong ko ano yung mahaba. Kasi mo nag-react man tulos, kasi di ka mga kuha ni Kadi. Sige ma'am, ano yung patience? So, kahit kayong tatlo, pwede, kayong apat, pwede kayong sumagot dito eh. Ito yung sabi ni mo pinaka-importante. Sige.
Patience, sir, it is important part of teaching profession. Lalo na po sa when we are impatient with students, with sincere students who wants to learn, parang it is an indication of a teacher's own shortcoming. So, kailangan, pag teacher ka, mahaba yung pasensya mo kasi nga, hindi na nasira ako. Hindi ko na, sir, na
Patapos na kayo, nauda na si ma'am. So, just to remind everybody regarding this letter H, kung bakit ito hinuli. Because without of this word patience, you can never be a motivating teacher. You can never be an ideal teacher. The very word patience is the ability of the teacher to become vocationally inclined in the profession. Remember, you have teaching as a vocation, mission, tapos vocation. Yung pinakamahirap dyan is vocation. Okay, hindi ko pa ngayon naaabot, tinetesting ko pala. For example, kanina tayo. So, hintayin natin yung isa nating discussant. Okay, hintayin natin, baka makahabol. May time naman, di ba? Kung kaya naman, di. Alam yung sinasabi ko dyan eh. If if there's a chance that the teacher can be flexible and adaptable, do it. Kasi remember, ang tumatagal lang po sa trabaho sa profesyong ito is yung mga teacher po na mahaba ang mahaba ang pasensya, sabi ni ma'am. Tapos po yung marunong mag-adapt. Teachers are subjected to changes because students, of course, changes. We have different generations from time to time. For example, kung tumagal kayo sa inyong profession, umabot kayo ng 60 years old, nag-iiba ang kultura. Alangan pagparapiritin mo sa dati mong kultura sa estudyante. No, we are changing. So, dapat yung teacher, isa sa mga factors or let's say indicators ng isang magaling. Okay? Sasabihin ko na isang magaling na teacher is mahaba ang pasensya tapos marunong pong mag-adapt sa mga learners nila. Okay. Lalong-lalo na if you're dealing with exceptionalities, nako po, hindi pa kayo nakakapag-practice teaching na. Hindi pa na. Kaya hindi nyo pa masabi. Okay. Pero yung may mga kapatid kayong bata, kasi ako nakapagturo na ako ng elementary, nakaturo na rin ako ng high school students, nakaturo na rin ako ng college, nakaturo na ako ng mga matatanda. Kasi nagtuturo ako ng ng choir. So, diyang mga yan, iba-ibang ugali niyan. So, kung iba-ibang ugali mo, iba-iba ang teaching strategies mo. Hindi pwedeng pare-pareho yan. You change from time to time. Of course, you change from the difference between your clients. Hindi pwedeng pare-pareho, di ba? So, pero yung pasensya, it's a common denominator. Kahit yan dealing with exceptionalities, gifted man yan or may konting problema yung estudyante mo or learners, meron ka dapat pong pasensya. Dahil kung wala kang pasensya, lakauyaman mo, time to ship. Pwede pa kayo mag-ship, okay? Hindi nyo pa pala kasi nararanasan talaga magturo. For example, ang ratio is 50, 45:1 teacher sa loob ng classroom. Kaya na baraktutan, kaya na sarangsangan, kaya mga kapay-kapayon, kaya mga daman basang mga unokade, laka mga mini-mini, da basang mga sungog. Pagkan nga kami nagsarabayan sa loob ng classroom, how are you going to deal that? Kaya pinag-aaralan natin ngayong facilitating of learning. Kasi ang dami na ninyong nalaman dito na iba-iba palang estudyante, iba-iba ang learners. It's how to deal with them. At eto na yung diniscuss ni ma'am, itong panghuli. So yung pinaka-common denominator sa lahat is patience. Mahaba ang pasensya. Okay? Tapos na ma'am? Okay na?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Thank you very much sa ating discussant. We have Ma'am Vanessa Esguerra. Ayan. Kasi medyo na-distract si ma'am nung tunog ng kanyang microphone kanina. Oo. Tapos medyo nakaka-distract talaga pag bagong reband, di ba? Iba pa ganun eh. Pagpaagong hot oil yung
Sir,
buhok.
kanina ko ba ang reband?
Matagal na yan kasi first time ko makita kasi nandun sa yan. Sa profile mo talaga kulot pa ba yan nandun sa yan? Ewan ko na lang. O, di ba? Siyempre, nababaguhan. Yan ang kagandahan. Dapat ang teacher ay nagbabago ang anyo. Para yung estudyante ay nababaguhan naman sa inyo, di ba? Importante yun. Alright? So, ladies and gentlemen, I think dito na po nagtatapos ang ating discussion. But to sum up this everything, regarding po sa exceptional or let's say learners with exceptionalities, ito lang masasabi natin dyan sa ating mga ka-eduk. Tatandaan lang po ninyong lahat. Okay? Ang word here is treat them normally. Treat them normally, but use a procedural or let's say a system for their speciality. Yan ang tatandaan ninyo, ladies and gentlemen. Because they are special learners, well, treat them normally, but of course, we need to teach them on their special needs. Okay? So, yun po yung masasabi natin regarding po dito sa learners with exceptionalities. Now, kung gusto nyo po palang mag-aral, ladies and gentlemen, okay, just to promote Bicol University special education courses, they are offering there po sa BU programs in teaching children with exceptionalities. In short, may special education program po ang Bicol University. Doon po sa Buse. Wala po sa BUPC, doon po sa Buse. So kung meron time po kayong mag-specialize po sa special learning or special education after ng inyong pagkatapos niyo makagraduate sa 4-year course na ito, pwede po kayong mag-enroll sa Buse. So remember, mas mataas po ang sweldo ng special education teacher kaysa po sa teachers sa DepEd. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, dito na po nagtatapos ang ating topic. And thank you very much for watching this live stream. Nawala na po yung mga viewers ninyo. Siguro nag-araway pa si Red ko sa previous natin live stream. Ito sila nag-araway. Oo, nagkaroon na po sa mga kaklase ninyo. At meron pa pong isa dito. Shout out ulit kay Ma'am Rochelle Tanay Tangilon. Patience is a virtue. Yan, tama yan, ma'am. Shout out sa iyo, ma'am. Importante yon, di ba? Sabi rin ni Sir Bibi po, ni Dr. Nebres, patience is a virtue. Kasi ang dami mga estudyante naghahangad na po nung midterm interlude. Niluwas na po tabi kapon. Okay, so wala po tayong pasok next week. Okay? Para mabigyan natin ng panahon ang ating mga mahal sa buhay, time to visit, okay, our special loved ones sa ating mga sementeryo. Because on November 1 and 2, sarado po sila. Huwag pong magpumilit. Okay? Baka kayo'y mahuli. Baka bigyan kayo ng special treatment ng mga person with authority dyan, ha? Mga pasaway ka mo, ha? Di magdaratabi din kung ano-anong inom mo na yan, ha? Kaya kung iinom, dyan lang kayo sa bahay ninyo. Drink moderately. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. And once again po, ito ating mga discussant. And time for your word of thanks. Okay, let's proceed po. And we have ulit Ma'am Gayana Corporal, ma'am. Huling bati po.
So, bye everyone. Thank you for watching. I hope you understand our topic for today. Enjoy your day.
All right, thank you very much, Ma'am Diana Corporal. And of course, we have Ma'am Micaela M. Ansana. Ma'am, word of thanks po. Panahon muna para makabawi
Hello,
kanina.
good morning once again. In behalf of our group po, we hope na nakatulong po yung etong video na to sa inyo para ma-perform nyo po yung task nyo to facilitate the learning effectively and efficiently. Ingat!
Alright.
Thank you for watching po.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Ansano. Okay, pasalamatan niyo mo yung mga kaninang ano yan, chatters mo. Nagkakulo bigla kanina sa chat ano yan,
Thank you
section.
sa sagot. Away tayo later.
Ako, yari ka, Patrick, ha? Yari ka mamaya, ha? Ako, sabi ko sa iyo. Comment ka ba dyan, yari ka. Well, anyway, thank you very much, Ma'am Ansano. Bahala na kayong dalaw dyan mamaya. Okay, and of course, we have Ma'am Vanessa Esguerra. Ma'am, word of thanks po.
Thank you po for listening and sana po may natutunan din kayo kahit papano sa in-explain ko. Though yung last part, di ko na masyado explain. And thank you po for watching and listening. Ito po. Happy
Alright.
lunch.
Okay, thank you very much, Ma'am Vanessa Esguerra. Well said, Ma'am. And of course, ang ating last discussant, we have Ma'am May Francis Nava. Ma'am, word of thanks po.
Ayan, so thank you po sa mga nag-watch ng ating live stream. Have a great day ahead.
Okay, thank you very much, Ma'am May Francis Nava. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, sila po ang ating mga bumubuo sa ating discussing team regarding po sa Module 6 ngayong araw, and that is Learners with Exceptionalities along Facilitating Learner-Centered Teaching. Okay, once again po, we have here Ma'am, okay, Diana Corporal. Thank you very much, Ma'am. Ma'am Micaela Ansano, thank you very much, Ma'am. Ma'am Vanessa Esguerra, thank you very much, Ma'am. And Ma'am May Francis Nava. Maraming salamat po sa ating mga discussant. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your host, Seiji Kasenta, at nag-iwan ng isang katagang in this time of pandemic para matuto ng malupit. Tatandaan palagi, di adet, bad mapaknet. Thank you very much po, ladies and gentlemen. Maraming salamat po. So all our viewers, shoutout sa inyo lahat. And thank you very much for viewing our live streaming ngayong araw dito sa Bora Bora. Okay, I hope you learned something. Thank you very much and God bless. Bye-bye. Ingat po. Keep safe palagi, ha?